A single month can change your life forever. This is not a hopeful statement. It is a statement of potential. You possess, within you right now, the power to completely transform your financial reality, but this power remains dormant without a clear, focused, and consistent plan of action. For years, you may have dabbled in the art of manifestation, making a wish here, saying an affirmation there, and then falling back into old patterns of doubt and scarcity. This scattered approach yields scattered results. This guide is different. It is a direct, practical, and powerful 30-day blueprint designed to take you from a state of lack to a state of real, tangible abundance. It is a focused journey, a spiritual training program that will systematically clear your old limitations and align your energy with the magnificent prosperity that is your birthright. Prepare to dedicate the next 30 days not just to asking for a new life, but to actively creating one. The Daily Manifest, a 30-day plan to attract real abundance, written and published by Success Attraction Formula. Chapter 1. Preparing for your 30-day journey. Before any great ship sets sail on a transformative and life-changing voyage across a vast ocean, the captain and the crew must first prepare the vessel. They do not simply untie the ropes from the dock, hoist the sails, and hope for the best. That would be a recipe for disaster. Instead, they engage in a period of focused and deliberate preparation. They meticulously study the maps and chart their course, defining their exact destination with unwavering clarity. They gather the necessary supplies, ensuring they have enough nourishment and the right tools to handle both calm seas and unpredictable storms. And most importantly, they commit, as a unified and dedicated team, to the voyage ahead, their hearts filled with a shared sense of purpose and a spirit of adventure. Your next 30 days are this great voyage. You are about to set sail from the familiar, safe, and often impoverished harbor of your old reality and navigate toward the magnificent, sun-drenched, and prosperous shores of a new life. The journey will be thrilling, it will be revealing, it will sometimes be challenging, and it will be profoundly rewarding. But for it to be successful, for you to reach your desired destination, you must first do the essential and non-negotiable work of preparing your own vessel. The great challenge that most people face when they attempt to consciously change their lives is that they jump into the process without any conscious preparation. They are filled with a fleeting and powerful burst of motivation, perhaps after reading an inspiring book or watching a moving video. They decide, starting tomorrow, everything will be different. But they have not set a clear intention for their journey. They have not created a supportive environment for their new habits, and their commitment, born of a temporary emotional high, is often shallow. As a result, at the first sign of an emotional storm or a challenging headwind, they quickly lose their resolve, turn the ship around, and retreat to the safety of their familiar old harbor, concluding that the journey is too difficult or that they are not a capable enough sailor. The transformative and most essential first step, therefore, is to dedicate this initial period not to the journey itself, but to the sacred and powerful act of preparation. You will treat this 30-day voyage with the deep respect and the serious intention of a master mariner. By taking the time now to consciously prepare your mind, your physical environment, and your level of commitment, you are not delaying your journey. You are doing the single most important thing to ensure its ultimate and magnificent success. This act of preparation is a profound declaration to yourself and to the responsive universe. It is a powerful signal of your commitment. It is you, as the confident and capable captain of your own ship, standing at the helm and declaring with a clear voice, "I am ready for this voyage. I am prepared. I have charted my course, and I am committed to reaching my destination, no matter what." This conscious and deliberate preparation creates a powerful and sacred energetic container for the 30 days that follow, a protected space in which your transformation can unfold with grace, with power, with focus, and with a deep and abiding sense of purpose. The very first principle in this preparation is to chart your course. A ship without a clear destination is just a vessel adrift, at the mercy of every random current and wind. For this 30-day voyage to have power, you must have a single clear and compelling intention for what you choose to manifest. this will be your destination. While you may have a dozen different desires you wish to bring into your life, the profound power of this 30-day plan lies in its focused, concentrated intensity. You will choose one primary area of your life and one specific outcome within that area to focus all of your creative energy on for this voyage. The practice is to take out your journal and create your voyage intention. To do this with clarity, you must distinguish between an ego-driven want and a soul-aligned desire. Ask yourself a series of reflective questions. What is the one change, the one manifestation, that would bring the most authentic joy, the most profound relief, and the most positive and expansive momentum into my entire life right now? Perhaps you think you want a luxury car, but when you ask the deeper question, you realize the feeling you are truly after is a sense of peaceful security. The car is just one possible symbol of that. For this journey, it is far more powerful to set your intention on the core feeling. So your intention might not be the car, but rather, my intention for this 30-day journey is to manifest a profound and lasting sense of financial peace and security. Another person might set an intention for an extra $5,000 from unexpected and joyful sources, or the perfect soul-aligned opportunity to begin my new career as a creative writer. Choose the one intention that makes your heart feel the most expansive and light. Write it down. This clear, written intention is your map. It is the North Star that will guide every decision and every action for the voyage ahead. The second principle is to prepare your vessel. Your vessel for this journey is your own life, your mind, your heart, and your physical environment. You must ensure that your vessel is seaworthy and ready to receive the treasures you will find on your voyage. This preparation begins in your mind. Your primary act of mental preparation is to make a sacred and unbreakable commitment to the daily practices that will be outlined in this guide. You can formalize this by writing a captain's commitment in your journal. You might write, I, your name, as the captain of my own life, do hereby commit for the next 30 days to prioritizing this inner work above all else. I commit to the daily practices with love and with discipline, knowing that this is the most important journey I can take. Signing this personal commitment makes it real and powerful. You must also prepare your physical space. The practice is to perform a small, symbolic clearing ritual. You will choose one small area of your physical environment that feels like a representation of your old story of lack or clutter. It might be a messy drawer in your desk, a cluttered car, or your disorganized wallet. You will then set aside 30 to 60 minutes to completely and lovingly clear, clean, and organize that one small space. As you do so, you will hold the powerful intention that you are not just clearing physical clutter, you are clearing the old, stagnant energy of your past, and you are creating a clean, open, and receptive space in your vessel for your new abundance to land. This small physical act of preparation is a powerful symbol of your readiness to change and a clear signal to the universe that you are making space for the new. The third and final principle of your preparation is to assemble your crew. No great voyage is ever undertaken completely alone. Even the solo sailor has a team on shore. While this is your own personal journey, having a sense of support and accountability can be incredibly powerful. Your crew can be real or imagined, but their role is to be your cheerleaders. The practice is to declare your intention to at least one other supportive source. You might choose to share your 30-day voyage intention with one single, trusted, and unwaveringly positive friend. You must choose this person with care. They must be someone who you know will celebrate your vision and will not meet it with cynicism or doubt. You can simply ask them to hold the positive vision for you and to check in with you once a week. If you do not have such a person in your life right now, or if you prefer to keep your journey private, you can assemble a spiritual crew. You can write your voyage intention in your journal, addressing it to the universe, to God, to your spirit guides, or to whatever higher power you believe in. You can even choose a council of mentors, inspiring historical figures, authors, or artists you admire, and you can imagine them as your supportive crew, cheering you on. The simple but powerful act of sharing your intention, of speaking it out loud to another supportive energy, makes it more real. It takes it out of the realm of a secret, private wish and transforms it into a declared, public, and official voyage. It is the moment the captain stands on the dock and proudly announces the ship's magnificent destination to the world before setting sail. You are now fully and powerfully prepared. Your vessel is clean and ready. Your destination is clearly charted on your map. You have declared your intention and your crew is assembled. You are ready to untie the ropes from the dock and to set sail on the most exciting and rewarding journey of your life. The first week of our voyage is dedicated to navigating the often treacherous and foggy waters of your own mind. How do you now begin the essential and courageous work of clearing the dense, persistent, and limiting fog of your old scarcity mindset, the very fog that has kept your magnificent ship locked in a familiar, impoverished, and comfortable harbor for far, far too long? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 2, Week 1, Clearing Your Scarcity Mindset. Your mind is a garden. For years, perhaps for your entire life without your conscious awareness, the thorny and incredibly resilient weeds of a scarcity mindset have been allowed to grow wild and untamed. They have spread their deep, stubborn, and tangled roots throughout the fertile soil of your consciousness. These weeds all have familiar names: the weed of there's never enough, the weed of I'm not worthy, the weed of life is a constant struggle, and the particularly insidious weed of I have to do it all myself. Over time, these weeds have grown so thick and so tall that they have created a dense, shadowy canopy, choking the life out of any new, beautiful seeds of opportunity or abundance that have tried to sprout. They have hogged all the sunlight, they have drunk all the water, and they have depleted the very nutrients from the soil, leaving it hard and infertile. The first official week of our 30-day voyage is dedicated to the essential, foundational, and profoundly liberating work of a master gardener. Before you can even think about planting the magnificent new seeds of your desired abundance, you must first spend this week lovingly, patiently, and diligently clearing the ground. You must be willing to get down on your hands and knees in the soil of your own mind. You must have the courage to look at the weeds with a clear and honest eye, and you must begin the gentle but firm process of loosening their powerful grip and pulling them out, one by one, so that the beautiful, rich, and fertile soil of your true, abundant nature can finally feel the warmth of the sun once again. The great challenge is that we have lived with these weeds for so very long that we have mistaken them for the garden itself. We have come to believe that the struggle, the anxiety, the thorns, and the feeling of not enough is just the natural and unchangeable state of our own landscape. The transformative and most important work of this first week is to awaken to the profound truth that the scarcity mindset is not your true nature. It is simply an invasive, conditioned, and overgrown weed. Your sacred task for the next 7 days is to become a conscious weeder. You will learn to recognize the signature thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of your own personal scarcity mindset, and you will begin the gentle and loving process of removing its power over you. This is, without a doubt, the most crucial work of the entire 30-day journey. A clear, fertile, and receptive mindset is the absolute and non-negotiable foundation upon which all true and lasting abundance is built. You simply cannot grow a magnificent garden of prosperity on a patch of thorny, weed-infested, and nutrient-depleted land. By dedicating this entire first week to the sacred and focused work of clearing your inner soil, you are creating the pristine and fertile conditions that will allow the seeds you plant in the coming weeks to grow with astonishing speed, with vibrant health, and with a magnificent and unstoppable power. The first and most important daily practice for week 1 is the daily weed spotting exercise. For the next 7 days, your primary and only focus is to become a curious, compassionate, and non-judgmental observer of your own thoughts. You will keep a dedicated section in your journal for this practice, which you can call your weed log. Every single time you catch yourself thinking a thought that is rooted in the energy of lack, of limitation, or of fear, you will simply and calmly write it down. It is absolutely crucial that you do not judge the thought. You do not argue with the thought. and you do not shame yourself for having the thought. You are simply and calmly noticing it, just as a master gardener would calmly notice a weed in their flower bed. For example, you are at the grocery store and you see a beautiful, organic piece of fruit, and your automatic conditioned thought is, "Oh, that's too expensive. I can't afford that." You will simply notice the thought, and at your next opportunity, you will log it. Your boss asks you to take on an exciting new project, and your immediate fearful thought is, "I don't think I have the skills to do that." You will notice it, and you will log it. You see a picture of a friend's beautiful vacation on social media, and you feel a sharp pang of envy, which is always rooted in the deep scarcity belief that there is not enough good to go around. You will simply and compassionately log the feeling and its underlying belief. By the end of this week, you will have an incredible and profoundly illuminating list. You will be astonished at the sheer volume, the repetitiveness, and the subtle power of your own scarcity programming. This simple act of bringing the unconscious weeds of your mind into your conscious awareness is the first and most powerful step in robbing them of their power over you. The second daily practice for week 1 is soil enrichment with gratitude. While you are busy identifying and noticing the weeds, you must also simultaneously begin to enrich the soil of your mind with new, life-giving, and high-frequency nutrients. The fastest, most powerful, and most effective way to change the very pH of your mental soil, from the acidic and toxic nature of scarcity to the fertile, rich, and life-giving nature of abundance, is through the consistent practice of gratitude. Gratitude is the direct and immediate antidote to the scarcity mindset. It is a scientific and psychological impossibility to feel genuine, heartfelt gratitude and to feel a sense of lack in the exact same moment. For the next 7 days, alongside your weed log, you will create a gratitude log. Each day, you will identify and write down at least 3 specific and unique things that are already abundant and good in your life. The key to making this practice powerful is specificity. A generic statement like, "I'm grateful for my home," has very little emotional power. A specific statement like, "I am so deeply grateful for the way the morning sun streams through my kitchen window, and for the incredible feeling of safety and comfort I feel when I am wrapped in my favorite blanket on my sofa," has immense emotional power. Instead of, "I'm grateful for my health," you could write, "I am so grateful for the strength in my legs that allows me to walk freely, and for the simple, miraculous, and constant gift of my own breath." This daily practice of actively looking for and appreciating the good that is already present in your life begins to create and to strengthen new neural pathways in your brain. You are literally and neurologically enriching your inner soil, making it a more fertile, a more welcoming, and a more hospitable environment for the seeds of abundance you are preparing to plant. The guiding principle for this entire first week of your journey is the principle of non-resistance. This is absolutely crucial for your success. As you notice your scarcity thoughts, your weeds, you must not, under any circumstances, fight with them. A universal law states that what you resist persists. If a gardener tries to get rid of a stubborn weed by angrily and violently stomping on it, they will only succeed in pushing the seeds of that weed deeper into the soil, ensuring that it grows back even stronger and more resilient than before. You must treat your own scarcity thoughts with this same profound wisdom. When you notice a weed of a thought like, "I'll never be able to get out of debt," you are not to fight it by aggressively shouting back at it in your mind, "Yes, I will be rich." This only creates a stressful and exhausting inner war. Instead, you will practice the gentle and powerful art of non-resistant observation. You will look at the thought as if it were a dark, gray cloud passing in the sky. You will simply and calmly say to yourself, "Ah, I see that. There is the old, familiar, never-enough debt cloud passing through my awareness." And then you will gently and lovingly turn your attention to a different cloud, to a beautiful, white, puffy cloud of appreciation, to one of your gratitude thoughts. You are not fighting the darkness. You are simply and consciously choosing to turn your focus toward the light. This gentle, non-resistant, and compassionate approach is what allows the weeds to naturally and gracefully wither and die from a simple and profound lack of your attention, your energy, and most importantly, your belief. You have now spent a full and dedicated week clearing the soil of your inner garden. You have bravely and compassionately looked at the weeds of your old scarcity mindset, and you have begun to enrich your inner world with the life-giving and potent nutrients of daily gratitude. The dense, persistent, and limiting fog of your old programming is beginning to lift. You are creating a beautiful, a fertile, and a wonderfully receptive space for your new life to finally take root. Now, with this newfound clarity and this beautifully prepared ground, how do you now decide exactly what magnificent and powerful seed you're going to choose to plant? How do you define a desire that is so clear, so specific, and so perfectly aligned with your soul's true purpose that the universe cannot help but respond to its beautiful and potent call? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula. Give this video a like and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 3, Week 2. Defining your crystal clear desire. Imagine you have been given a single, magical, and infinitely powerful arrow by a wise and ancient archer. You have been told that this arrow, when shot from your bow of intention, can hit any target in the entire universe with perfect, unerring, and miraculous accuracy. It cannot miss. You only have this one single arrow to use for your 30-day journey. Now, with this incredible and sacred power in your hands, would you simply stand in an open field, close your eyes, spin around 3 times, and fire it in a completely random direction, hoping that it might hit something nice? Of course not. That would be a foolish waste of a magical gift. Instead, you would first take the time to find and to define your perfect target. You would become incredibly clear on what it is you wanted to hit. You would paint a beautiful, clear, and compelling bullseye. You would take your aim with the utmost care, with reverence, and with precision, and only then, when your target was crystal clear, would you draw back the bow and release the arrow. The second week of our 30-day journey is dedicated to this sacred and essential act of defining your target. After spending a full week clearing the ground of your scarcity mindset, you are now standing in a place of beautiful new clarity and possibility. Now, you must use this clarity to decide upon and to define the single, primary, and magnificent desire that you will focus all of your creative energy on for the remainder of this journey. The great challenge is that most people's desires are like that random shot in the dark. They are vague, they are fuzzy, and they are often not even their own. A vague desire like, I want to be happier, is not a target. It is a general, hopeful direction. It is a weak and unfocused signal that is almost impossible for the universe, your divine archer, to hit with any kind of precision. The transformative and most empowering work of this second week is to become a master of clarity. You will take your cloud of vague, fuzzy wishes and you will distill them down into a single, crystal-clear, high-definition desire. You must understand that clarity is a profound act of kindness to yourself and to the universe. A clear desire eliminates all of your inner conflict and your confusion. It focuses all of your precious, creative energy into a single, powerful, and coherent laser beam, and it provides the universe with a precise, unambiguous, and workable blueprint from which it can begin to construct your new reality. During this week, you will move from a person with 100 vague and powerless wishes to a person with one single, magnificent, and clearly defined intention. This is the sacred act of choosing your target, of painting the bullseye with vibrant and joyful colors, and of taking your sacred and powerful aim. The first step in this process of clarification is the desire distillation exercise. Your task for the first few days of this week is to get all of your wants out of your head and onto paper, and then to distill them down to the one that holds the most energy and the most joy for you right now. In your journal, you will start by creating a brain dump list. For at least 15 minutes, you will write down everything and anything you can possibly think of that you would like to have, to be, or to do. Do not censor yourself. Allow your inner child to dream freely and wildly. Your list might include a new car, to pay off my credit card debt, a more fulfilling job, a loving relationship, to learn to play the guitar, and so on. Once you have your long and beautiful list, You will then begin the distillation process. You will review the list, and you will ask yourself, for each individual item, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much authentic joy and expansive excitement does the thought of this bring into my heart right now? You will then circle the top 3 to 5 items that have the highest and most powerful joy score. Now, with your new shorter list, you will perform the final distillation. You will look at your top desires, and you will ask yourself this powerful and clarifying question. If I could only have one of these things fully manifest in my life by the end of this 30-day journey, which one would create the most positive, powerful, and expansive momentum in my entire life? You will close your eyes, you will quiet your mind, and you will listen for the quiet, intuitive answer from your heart. You will select your one primary target for this journey. Once you have your single primary desire, the second and most profound step of this week is to uncover its emotional essence. As we have explored, we do not want things for the things themselves. We want them for the feeling, the state of being, that we believe they will give us. Uncovering this core feeling is the key to creating the most powerful and the most magnetic desire possible. The practice for this is the 5 whys, which is a perfect tool for this deep, soul-level inquiry. You will take your chosen desire and you will ask yourself, why? 5 times. For example, your chosen desire is to receive an extra $5,000. Why do I want an extra $5,000? So I can finally fix my car and pay off a nagging credit card bill. 2. Why do I want to do that? So I can stop feeling that constant low-grade stress and worry about my car breaking down and about the debt. Why do I want to stop worrying? So I can feel a sense of safety, of peace, and of security. 4. Why do I want to feel safety and peace of mind? So I can finally relax my nervous system and not be so stressed and on edge all the time. Why do I want to relax? Because when I am relaxed and at peace, I feel free, and that freedom allows me to be more creative, more loving, and more present with my family. In 5 simple but profound questions, you have discovered that your desire is not for money. The emotional essence of your desire, your true bullseye, is for the beautiful feeling of peaceful, creative freedom. With this crystal clear emotional essence now revealed to you, the final practice for week 2 is to create your multi-sensory blueprint. This is the sacred and joyful act of taking your target and making it a living, breathing, and completely experiential reality in your own mind and in your own body. The daily practice for the remainder of this week is to take your defined desire and its emotional essence and to write and to rewrite a vivid, multi-sensory, and present tense description of it as if it has already happened. You will script the scene of its fulfillment. For our example, the script might be, I am waking up in the morning, and the very first feeling that I feel in my body is a deep and a profound sense of peace. I take a deep, satisfying breath, and I feel a wave of creative and joyful energy. I'm so excited about my day. I walk outside to my beautifully running car, and I feel a profound sense of safety and reliability. Later in the day, I joyfully and easily log into my bank account, and I pay a bill. Not with a feeling of dread or contraction, but with a feeling of immense gratitude and ease. I feel so wonderfully and beautifully free. You will practice this scripting every single day, adding more rich and sensory details each time. What does peaceful freedom smell like? What does it sound like? By consistently and joyfully immersing yourself in this multi-sensory and emotionally rich blueprint, you are powerfully and effectively calibrating your entire being to the exact frequency of your desire. You have found your target, you have taken your aim, and you are now holding your focus on the bullseye with an unwavering and magnificent clarity. You now hold in your heart and in your mind a crystal clear, high-definition, and soul-aligned blueprint of your desire. The magical arrow is now notched in your bow, and you know exactly what your target is. The 3rd week of our journey is the most profound, the most transformative, and the most magical of all. It is the week where you will stop asking for your desire from a distance, and you will begin the sacred and powerful work of becoming it. How do you now begin to shift your entire identity, your very state of being, to become the person who is an effortless and an irresistible energetic match for the beautiful miracle you are now about to receive. Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 4, Week 3, Embodying Your Abundant Self. A master method actor, when preparing for the role of a lifetime, does not simply memorize their lines or practice their movements in front of a mirror. Their true and deepest work is a profound and total journey of embodiment. If they are to play the role of a wise, a powerful, and a benevolent king, they will spend weeks or even months exploring the king's inner universe. They will ask, how would this king think? How would this king feel? How would this king carry himself with grace and with authority? What would be the king's core beliefs about himself and about his kingdom? They will then begin to walk, to talk, and to make their own daily choices, as if they were this king, long before they ever step onto the stage or in front of a camera. They understand a profound and magical secret. To convincingly and authentically portray a character, you must first become the character in the very core of your own being. The same is absolutely true for you. The third week of our 30-day journey is your week of method acting for abundance. You have beautifully cleared your mind of the old scarcity programming, and you have defined your crystal-clear desire with passion and with precision. Now, you must undertake the most powerful and the most transformative work of all. You must stop seeing your desire as something out there that you are trying to get, and you must begin the sacred and the powerful work of becoming, on a deep cellular and identity level, the person who already has it. The great challenge is that we so often hold our desires at an arm's length. We see ourselves as the person who is on the journey to wealth, rather than as a wealthy person. As long as this energetic separation exists between who you believe you are and what you desire to have, your desire will always remain just out of your reach, a potential future rather than a present reality. The transformative and most magical work of this third week is to consciously and deliberately close this gap forever. You will now learn to embody your abundant self. You must understand and apply the fundamental law of being, which states with unwavering certainty that you do not attract what you want. You attract who you are. To experience a reality of profound abundance, you must first be an abundant person in the very core of your identity. This week is dedicated entirely to this profound and life-altering identity shift. This is not about faking it till you make it in a way that feels false, inauthentic, or dishonest. It is the far more powerful and the far more truthful practice of being it until you see it. It is the sacred act of remembering the magnificent, the abundant, and the powerful self that has always existed within you, patiently waiting beneath the heavy, restrictive layers of your old scarcity story. When you can learn to consistently think, to feel, to act, and to make your daily choices as this already abundant version of yourself, you become an effortless and an irresistible energetic match for your desire. Your outer world, which is a perfect and flawless mirror of your inner identity, will then have no choice but to rearrange itself to match the new, the powerful, and the authentic identity that you are now so consistently and so joyfully embodying. The very first step in this week's practice is to create a detailed character profile of your abundant self. You simply cannot embody a character until you first know with intimate detail who they are. In your journal, you will dedicate a fresh page to this new and magnificent version of you. At the top of the page, you can write your name, the abundant version. Then you will spend some quiet, creative time describing this person in rich and loving detail. What are their dominant and most beautiful qualities? Are they confident? Are they deeply peaceful? Are they wonderfully generous? Are they creatively inspired? What are their core, foundational beliefs about themselves, about money, and about the world? Perhaps they believe, with every fiber of their being, I am a powerful and a deliberate creator, or money is a beautiful form of energy that flows to me easily and joyfully, or I am always and in all ways divinely guided and supported. How do they carry themselves physically? Is their posture open, relaxed, and confident, or is it tense and contracted? How do they handle the inevitable challenges of life? Do they react with old patterns of fear, Or do they respond with a calm, creative, and solution-oriented mindset? What are their daily, non-negotiable habits? This detailed and loving character profile is your new script. It is the clear and the inspiring guide for the magnificent and heroic role you are now choosing to play in the grand and beautiful theater of your own life. With this clear and inspiring character profile as your guide, your primary daily practice for week 3 is daily embodiment. Each morning for the next 7 days, you will choose one single quality from your character profile that you will consciously and deliberately embody for that entire day. For example, on Monday, you might choose the beautiful quality of peace. For that entire day, your primary intention will be to move through your life as if you were a supremely peaceful person. You will make your choices from a place of peace. You will speak with a calm and a peaceful tone of voice. You will walk with a peaceful and a graceful posture. If a moment of stress or chaos arises, you will pause, you will take a breath, and you will ask yourself, how would the peaceful version of me handle this situation? And then you will act accordingly. On Tuesday, you might choose to embody the powerful quality of confidence. For that day, you will consciously choose to respond to situations not with your old automatic habit of self-doubt, but with a new, deliberate response of quiet self-assurance. You will speak up in the meeting. You will make direct eye contact. You will walk with your head held high. This is not about being perfect. This is about the conscious and the joyful practice of rehearsal. Each day, you are rehearsing a new and a beautiful quality of your abundant self. And the more you rehearse, the more natural and the more authentic it becomes, until it is no longer an act at all, but has become a genuine and a deeply integrated part of who you now are. To deepen this powerful practice, you must also learn to make aligned decisions. Your identity is not just something you feel. It is something that is forged in the fire of your daily, moment-to-moment choices. Every single choice you make, from what you eat for breakfast to how you respond to an email, is a powerful vote. It is a vote either for your old, familiar identity of lack, or it is a vote for your new, magnificent identity of abundance. Throughout this week, you will bring a new and a profound level of mindfulness to your decision-making process. Before you make a choice, you will pause, and you will run it through the powerful filter of your new identity. You will ask yourself the simple and clarifying question, is this choice in alignment with the abundant self I am now choosing to become? For instance, your abundant self is a person who has a vibrant, healthy, and energetic body. When you are faced with the choice between a nourishing, healthy meal or a greasy, processed, and low-energy fast food meal, you will ask the question. The aligned choice will become instantly and effortlessly clear. By consistently making these small moment-to-moment choices that are in alignment with your new chosen identity, you are building an undeniable and an unstoppable momentum. You are sending a clear, a consistent, and a powerful signal to the universe that you are no longer the person you used to be. You are a new person now, and you are ready for a new reality to match. You have now spent a full and a courageous week not just asking for your desire, but actively and powerfully becoming it. You are stepping into the beautiful and comfortable shoes of your new, abundant identity, and you are learning that it is, and always has been, a perfect and a natural fit. You are becoming the person who is an effortless and an irresistible vibrational match for the miracle you are calling into your life. Now, as we enter the final and most graceful week of our active 30-day journey, we arrive at the most beautiful, the most profound, and often the most challenging part of the entire process. You have cleared the way, you have defined your desire, and you have become the person. How do you now master the gentle, the profound, and the often misunderstood art of simply and gracefully receiving? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 5, Week 4, The Art of Receiving. Imagine you have decided to host the most magnificent and beautiful feast of your life. For weeks, you have been engaged in dedicated preparation. You have deep cleaned your home from top to bottom, creating a sparkling and welcoming space. You have sent out clear, heartfelt, and beautiful invitations to your most honored guests, the very miracles you wish to welcome into your life. You have planned a delicious menu, and you have filled the air with the sounds of beautiful music and the warm, inviting ambiance of gratitude. Finally, the moment arrives. The doorbell rings. Your guests, your long-awaited blessings begin to arrive at your door. But as you open the door to greet them, a strange and uncomfortable feeling washes over you. When a guest hands you a beautiful, thoughtful gift, your first automatic instinct is to deflect it, saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have. This is too much." When a guest pays you a genuine compliment on your beautiful home, you quickly dismiss it, pointing out a flaw they had not even noticed. You have prepared a magnificent feast, but you are making your guests feel awkward and unwelcome, refusing to let them sit down and truly enjoy it with you. This is a perfect metaphor for the final and most crucial week of our 30-day journey. This is the week dedicated to the sacred and often challenging art of receiving. After all the profound and powerful work of clearing your mindset, of defining your desire, and of embodying your new self, the universe will, without fail, begin to deliver its beautiful gifts. The great and final challenge is to learn how to joyfully, gracefully, and worthily receive them. So many of us are brilliant at asking and striving, but we are terrible at receiving. Our old, deep-seated programming of unworthiness can kick into high gear at the final moment, causing us to deflect, to minimize, or to subtly sabotage the very good that we have worked so hard to create. The transformative and most joyful work of this final week of your 30-day sprint is to become a master of receiving. You must come to understand that receiving is not a passive event that simply happens to you. It is an active, a courageous, and an essential energetic skill that you must consciously cultivate. It is the final and most powerful yes in your entire creative process. It is the sacred art of opening your hands, your heart, and your life to the good that is now flowing to you, without the old, heavy, and restrictive energies of guilt, of apology, or of unworthiness. The practice of graceful receiving is the ultimate expression of your new, abundant self. It is a powerful declaration to the universe that you have fully and completely accepted your own deservingness, that you are a worthy and a beloved child of the cosmos, and that it is safe, good, and wonderful for you to be blessed. When you can master the art of graceful receiving, you are completing the sacred creative cycle of this 30-day journey. You are not only allowing your current desire to fully land and to integrate into your life, but you are also signaling to the universe that you are a clear, an open, and a willing channel for even more good to flow to you and through you in the future. This final week is not about doing more. It is about allowing more. It is about learning to finally put down the umbrella of your old resistance and to joyfully allow yourself to be drenched in the beautiful and nourishing rain of your own magnificent creation. The primary daily practice for week 4 is to learn to gracefully accept. You must build the essential muscle of receiving, and you will start with the small daily opportunities that life presents. For the next 7 days, your primary and most important assignment is to notice and to gracefully receive at least one thing each day without your habitual pattern of deflection. The most common and accessible opportunities for this will be compliments. When a coworker, a friend, a family member, or even a stranger pays you a genuine compliment, you must become a mindful observer of your own internal and external reaction. You must resist your old automatic habit of downplaying it or immediately dismissing it. You will not say, "Oh, this old thing, I got it on sale," or "Thanks, but the report still needs a lot of work." You will pause. You will take a deep and gracious breath. You will look the person in the eye. You will offer a warm and a genuine smile, and you will say a simple, a complete, and a powerful sentence. Thank you. Or, if you want to be even more intentional, thank you. I receive that. That is all. You will simply and gracefully allow the gift of their positive and kind energy to land in your heart without any resistance. You will practice this with offers of help as well. If someone offers to hold a door for you, to help you with a heavy bag, or to assist you with a task, you will resist the old urge to say, No, I've got it. You will instead smile and say, "Thank you. I would really appreciate that." By consciously practicing this art of graceful acceptance with the small daily gifts of life, you are powerfully retraining your entire nervous system. You are teaching your subconscious mind through repetition that it is safe and wonderful to receive. You are building the essential energetic container that will allow you to gracefully and worthily receive the larger and more magnificent miracles that are now on their way to you. As you practice this art of graceful acceptance, you will also begin the work of acknowledging the evidence of your manifestation. As you move through this final and exciting week, the universe will begin to send you the first tangible fruits of all your inner labor. These are the sprouts, the first beautiful signs that your new, abundant reality is beginning to emerge in the physical world. You must become a vigilant and excited and a joyful spotter of this evidence. The practice for this final week is to keep a manifestation log in your journal. You will write down every single piece of evidence, no matter how small or how seemingly insignificant, that your new, abundant reality is beginning to appear. Did you find a coin on the street that reminded you of abundance? Log it. Did an unexpected, creative, and aligned idea for your business pop into your head while you were in the shower? Log it. Did a friend send you a message that was a perfect, synchronous, and beautiful answer to a question you had been pondering? Log it. Did you simply feel a moment of profound, unexplainable peace and confidence? Log it. This is not just about making a list to prove to yourself that it's working. For each piece of evidence you log, you will perform a small and a sacred ritual of acknowledgement. You will write it down, and then you will pause. You will place your hand on your heart, and you will say an acknowledgement of receipt to the universe. You will say, "Thank you, universe. I see this beautiful sign. I acknowledge this gift as clear evidence that my desire is now manifesting. I am so deeply grateful, and my heart is wide open for more." This conscious act of acknowledging the evidence is incredibly powerful. It is your direct yes back to the universe. It is the feedback loop that says, "It's working, I'm here. I'm receiving your signals." This appreciative and joyful acknowledgement is what tells the universe to open the floodgates even wider. The guiding principle for this entire final week is to expand your capacity for joy. As your miracles begin to land and your reality begins to shift in beautiful and powerful ways, you may be confronted with the upper limit problem, that old, subconscious, and invisible thermostat that dictates how much good, how much success, and how much joy you are truly comfortable experiencing. As your level of happiness and your success begin to rise, you may feel an old, familiar wave of anxiety, a subtle sense of dread, or a powerful and destructive urge to self-sabotage. This is your old programming trying to bring you back down to a more familiar and often less joyful level of comfort. You must consciously and lovingly work to expand this energetic container. The practice for this is savoring. When a positive event occurs, when you receive a piece of good news, or when you simply feel a moment of pure, unadulterated joy, you will not rush past it. You will pause. You will stop everything you are doing, and you will consciously and deliberately savor that beautiful feeling for at least 60 seconds. You will close your eyes. You will breathe the feeling of joy and gratitude into every single cell of your body, and you will let it expand within you like a beautiful, warm light. You will say to yourself, "It is safe for me to feel this good. I am expanding my capacity for joy now." By consistently and consciously savoring these positive and expansive moments, you are literally and physically recalibrating your entire nervous system. You are teaching your body and your subconscious mind that a high level of joy, of success, and of abundance is your new, safe, and wonderful normal state of being. You are turning your small teacup of receiving into a vast and magnificent ocean. You have now completed the 4 active and transformative weeks of your magnificent 30-day journey. You have cleared your scarcity mindset. You have defined your crystal-clear desire. You have courageously embodied your abundant self, and you have now learned the final, graceful, and essential art of open receiving. The active part of your journey is complete. But what happens now? How do you take the incredible momentum, the profound shifts, and the beautiful new habits you have created, and make them a permanent and a sustainable part of your new life? How do you create a simple, a powerful, and a joyful daily ritual that will keep your connection to the ever-expanding flow of abundance strong, clear, and consistent for all the days and years to come? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 6. Your 5-minute daily manifest ritual. Think of the most essential, life-sustaining, and nourishing habits in your daily life. Perhaps it is the simple, grounding act of drinking a full glass of water when you first wake up in the morning. Perhaps it is the quiet, comforting ritual of your morning cup of coffee or tea. Or perhaps it is the daily non-negotiable practice of brushing your teeth to maintain your physical health. These are not large, dramatic, or incredibly time-consuming events. They are small, they are consistent, and they have become almost effortless daily rituals that provide you with essential and foundational nourishment and set a positive and healthy tone for your entire day. After the focused intensity, the deep work, and the profound transformations of your 30-day journey, the great and final challenge now is to maintain that beautiful new state of being that you have so courageously cultivated. The momentum you have built is precious and powerful. But without a simple, a sustainable, and a joyful daily practice to maintain and to nurture it, the old, powerful, and deeply ingrained habits of the scarcity mindset can slowly, subtly, and insidiously begin to creep back into your life. Many people complete an intensive program, whether it is a 30-day fitness challenge, a language course, or a spiritual journey, and they feel amazing, powerful, and transformed. But because they lack a simple, ongoing ritual to integrate their magnificent gains, within a few weeks or a few months, they find themselves, to their great disappointment, right back where they started. The great secret to lasting and ever-expanding transformation is not found in the occasional, grand, and heroic gesture, but in the power of a consistent, a loving, and a simple daily ritual. The transformative solution, the key to making the magnificent gains of your 30-day journey a permanent, a lasting, and an ever-growing part of your new reality, is to create and to commit to your own 5-minute daily manifest ritual. This is your new non-negotiable and joyful daily vitamin for your soul. It is a simple, it is powerful, and it is highly efficient daily practice that has been designed to synthesize all of the most important and foundational lessons of your 30-day journey into a single, potent, and beautiful morning ritual. The profound power of this ritual lies in its consistency and in its brevity. Because it is only 5 minutes long, it is almost impossible for your old, tricky, and excuse-making mind to make the argument that you do not have time for it. And by practicing it with unwavering consistency every single day, you are sending a powerful, a clear, and a daily signal to the universe and to your own deep, subconscious mind that you are absolutely and completely committed to maintaining your new, magnificent, and abundant state of being. This simple, 5-minute ritual will become the powerful and stable anchor for your new reality. It is the daily tune-up that will keep your connection to the beautiful and benevolent flow of abundance strong, clear, consistent, and unwavering, long after the initial excitement of your 30-day journey is complete. The profound beauty of the 5-minute daily manifest ritual is its elegant and powerful simplicity. It is composed of 3 essential and foundational parts, with each part being designed to reinforce a key stage of your transformative journey. You will find a quiet and a comfortable space where you can be undisturbed for just 5 minutes, and it is highly recommended that you perform this ritual at the very beginning of your day, before you check your phone, before you read the news, and before you engage with the energies of the outside world. The first part of your ritual, which will take approximately 1 to 2 minutes, is clearing and appreciating. This is the practice that will maintain the fertile, the beautiful, and the weed-free soil of your new abundant mindset. You will begin by taking a few slow, deep, and centering breaths. Then you will engage in a rapid but a deeply heartfelt gratitude practice. You will either speak aloud or you will mentally list 3 to 5 specific and unique things that you are genuinely grateful for in that present moment. It could be the warmth of your bed, the sound of the birds singing outside your window, the health and the strength of your body, or the love of a family member or a pet. As you list these things, your only and most important goal is to generate a warm, and an expansive feeling of appreciation in your heart. This simple but profound act of gratitude immediately and effectively quiets the anxious mind of lack. It instantly raises your vibrational frequency, and it starts your entire day from a beautiful, a centered, and a powerful foundation of enoughness. It is your daily loving act of clearing the weeds and of enriching the sacred soil of your mind. The second part of your ritual, which will take the next 2 minutes, is embodying and feeling. This is the powerful practice that reinforces your new, your abundant, and your magnificent identity, and it aligns your personal energy with your desires. Having cleared your mind and elevated your spirit with gratitude, you will now bring to mind your primary voyage intention, or any other beautiful desire you are currently and joyfully focused on. You will then engage in a short but a deeply powerful visualization. You will not just see your desire as a distant image. You will step directly into the scene, and you will feel it with every cell of your being, as if it were already your present moment reality. You will ask yourself the powerful and creative question, how would I be feeling right now if this were already true? And you will allow that beautiful, elevated emotion, the feeling of joy, of peace, of freedom, of success, to completely fill your entire body. You will practice embodying the character profile of your abundant self that you created in week 3. You will feel your posture shift and become more confident. You will feel your breathing change and become more relaxed. You will hold a quiet and a confident smile. For these 2 magnificent minutes, you are not a person who is wanting something in the future. You are a powerful creator who is being their new reality in the now. This is your daily, sacred act of aligning your personal energy, of becoming the person who is an effortless and an irresistible vibrational match for the miracles you are calling into your life. The third and the final part of your beautiful ritual, which will take the last minute, is allowing and receiving. This is the practice that sets your powerful and clear intention for the entire day to be one of open, of graceful, and of joyful allowance. After you have generated the powerful and the beautiful feeling of your wish already fulfilled, you will now consciously and deliberately release that specific focus. You will take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you will open your hands with your palms facing up in a universal gesture of release and of profound receptivity. You will then state a simple, a clear, and a powerful intention for the day ahead. It might be, today, I am a clear and an open channel for all good things to flow to me and through me. Or today, I joyfully allow my life to unfold with ease and with grace. Or simply, today, I am open to receiving. This final and beautiful act is your powerful declaration to the universe that you are not going to spend your day striving, struggling, and forcing, but that you are consciously choosing to move through your day in a state of deep trust, of benevolent flow, and of open, joyful, and expectant receiving. It is the sacred act of putting out your energetic welcome mat for the day, signaling to the universe that you are ready, you are willing, and you are wide open to its magnificent, its beautiful, and its often surprising blessings. To ensure that this powerful 5-minute ritual becomes a permanent and an effortless part of your new, abundant life, you can use the simple but highly effective technique of habit stacking. This means you will stack your new 5-minute ritual onto an existing, an automatic, and a non-negotiable habit that you already do every single morning without fail. For most people, this could be the act of brewing their morning coffee, of brushing their teeth, or of getting dressed. You will make a simple and a clear rule for yourself. Immediately after your existing habit, I will do my 5-minute daily manifest ritual. For example, immediately after I turn on the coffee maker, I will sit in my favorite chair and I will begin my ritual. By physically linking the new desired habit to an already established and automatic one, you are using the powerful and proven science of your own neurology to make the new habit stick. Within a very short period of time, your daily manifest ritual will become just as automatic, just as natural, and just as essential to your morning as your first cup of coffee. It will become the beautiful, the powerful, and the effortless foundation upon which you will build a magnificent lifetime of ever-expanding and ever-joyful abundance. You have now completed your magnificent 30-day voyage, and you have achieved a profound and a lasting transformation. But your journey is not over. A new and even more magnificent one has just begun. You now possess the single most important and most powerful tool for a lifetime of conscious and deliberate creation, a simple, a powerful, and a sustainable daily practice. But what happens when, even with this powerful and consistent daily ritual, you find that your forward progress seems to stall? What do you do when you hit the inevitable and often frustrating manifestation plateau? How do you lovingly and powerfully break through the frustrating periods when it feels like the magic has stopped working and your beautiful growth has come to a temporary halt? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 7. Breaking Through Your Manifestation Plateaus. Consider the inspiring journey of a dedicated and a passionate athlete who is training for a great and important competition. In the beginning of their training regimen, they often experience a period of rapid, of thrilling, and of exciting progress. They get stronger with each workout, they get faster with each run, and they can see their performance improving dramatically week after week. It is a deeply thrilling and a highly motivating time. But then, almost inevitably, they will hit a plateau. This is a period where, despite their continued and their consistent effort, their forward progress seems to stall completely. Their strength levels off, their speed no longer increases, and they can feel incredibly stuck and deeply frustrated. To the amateur athlete, this plateau can feel like a devastating and a personal failure. They might immediately conclude that they have reached their natural, unchangeable limit, that their training program is no longer working, or that they are simply not cut out for the competition after all. And in this state of deep discouragement and disappointment, many of them give up on their dream entirely. But the professional athlete, who is often guided by a wise and an experienced coach, understands a much deeper truth. They understand that the plateau is not a failure at all. It is, in fact, a natural, a necessary, and even a valuable part of the growth process. It is a clear and a certain sign that their body is integrating the magnificent gains it has already made, and that it is recalibrating and preparing itself for the next, even greater leap forward. The same is profoundly and absolutely true on your own journey of manifestation. After your initial exciting successes, you will almost certainly experience a manifestation plateau. This is a period where, despite your faithful and your consistent commitment to your daily ritual, the synchronicities may seem to slow down. The big, tangible results may not seem to be appearing, and you can begin to feel stuck, frustrated, and as though the magic has suddenly stopped working. The transformative and the most crucial mindset shift you must make to navigate these periods with grace is to completely reframe your entire understanding of what a plateau truly is. You must stop seeing a plateau as a sign of failure, and you must begin to see it as a sacred and a necessary period of integration. It is a divine and a benevolent pause. It is the universe, your wise and your loving coach, giving your energetic system, your mind, your body, and your life the crucial and essential time that it needs to fully stabilize and to integrate the profound new reality that you have already created. You have just gone through a massive and a powerful energetic upgrade. A plateau is your beautiful opportunity to become completely comfortable with your new, higher altitude. It is a period of rest, of recalibration, of grounding, and of preparation for the next, even greater level of your inevitable expansion. When you can learn to see your plateaus not with fear, but with this deep and trusting understanding, you no longer need to be discouraged by them. You can learn to relax into them, to trust them, and to use them as a powerful and a beautiful opportunity to deepen your faith, to refine your practice, and to prepare yourself for the magnificent and the powerful breakthrough that is always, without fail, waiting for you on the other side of the plateau. One of the primary and most common reasons that we experience a manifestation plateau is that we have come up against our own subconscious upper limit. As we have discussed, we all have an invisible internal thermostat that is set to a certain level of success, of happiness, and of abundance that we feel comfortable with. When our external reality begins to exceed this old, familiar, and comfortable setting, our subconscious mind, in its misguided attempt to keep us safe, can get scared. It will subtly and unconsciously put on the energetic brakes to bring us back down to a more comfortable and familiar level of limitation. A manifestation plateau is very often a clear sign that you have hit your current upper limit. The solution in this situation is not to push harder or to strive more. The solution is to consciously and lovingly expand your container. The practice for this is to celebrate your current level. Instead of focusing on the next thing that has not yet arrived, you will deliberately and joyfully turn your full attention and your deep appreciation to celebrating the wonderful new reality that you have already successfully created. You will take out your journal and you will make a detailed and a beautiful list of all the positive changes, both big and small, that have occurred in your life since you began this journey 30 days ago. You will read this list aloud with a feeling of deep, of profound, and of overflowing gratitude, and with a powerful sense of, I did that, I created this. By consciously and joyfully celebrating your current level of success, you are sending a powerful and a reassuring message to your subconscious mind that this new, higher level of reality is safe, it is good, and it is wonderful. This powerful practice of celebration is what recalibrates your internal thermostat to a new, a higher, and a more expansive setting, making it safe and natural for the next level of your abundance to finally flow in. Another powerful and often very effective way to break through a frustrating plateau is to simply shift your focus. When we become hyper-focused and obsessed with one particular desire that seems to be stuck, our energy can become very tense, very needy, and filled with a subtle but a powerful resistance. We are staring at the cake in the oven with such an intense and an anxious energy that we are actually preventing it from rising. Often the fastest and the most graceful way to break the energetic logjam is to simply and consciously shift your focus onto something else entirely for a little while. The practice is to choose a different, and often a smaller and an easier area of your life to bring into a state of joy and of abundance. If your primary financial manifestation seems to have plateaued, you will deliberately and playfully take your intense focus off of it for a week or two. Instead, you might decide to focus all of your beautiful creative energy on manifesting a beautiful and a joyful new experience with a friend. Or you might decide to focus on bringing your physical health and your vitality to a new and an exciting level. Or you might decide to learn a new, fun, and engaging skill. By shifting your focus to an area where you can experience a feeling of easy, of light, and of joyful success, you do two magnificent things. First, you immediately release the desperate, the needy, and the resistant energy that you were holding around your primary desire, which is often the very thing that was blocking it from manifesting. Second, you successfully and joyfully raise your overall vibrational frequency through the happiness of your new, easier focus. This new, a lighter, and a higher vibration will then, often in a surprising, an unexpected, and a magical way, be the very thing that was needed to allow your primary desire to finally and gracefully click into place. The ultimate and the most powerful way to break through a manifestation plateau is to shift your primary energetic state from one of getting to one of giving. A plateau is very often a sign that our own personal energetic system has become a little bit stagnant. We have been so deeply focused on receiving, on allowing, and on manifesting for ourselves that we have momentarily forgotten the other, equally important half of the great, abundant equation, the law of circulation. The most powerful way to get the beautiful and benevolent flow of abundance moving again is to become a source of that very flow for others. The practice is to find a way to be the answer to someone else's prayer. You will consciously and joyfully look for an opportunity to be a source of abundance for another person without any thought or any expectation of what you will get in return. This does not have to be about money. If you are seeking a new career opportunity for yourself, you can be the answer by joyfully and generously connecting a friend with a helpful resource, or by mentoring a younger person who is just starting out in your field. If you are seeking more love and connection in your own life, you can be the answer by being an incredibly kind, a present, and a compassionate listener for a friend who is going through a difficult time. This sacred act of selfless and joyful giving is one of the most powerful ways to break out of a scarcity-based and a self-focused plateau. It immediately and powerfully shifts your energy from a state of needing to a state of having more than enough to share. This is an incredibly high, a beautiful, and a magnetic frequency, and it is very often the exact vibrational shift that was needed to shatter your own plateau and to usher in the next, a magnificent and a powerful wave of your own personal receiving. You have now completed the entire active curriculum of the Daily Manifest. You have learned how to prepare for your sacred journey, how to clear your mind of lack, how to define your desire with power, how to embody your new and magnificent self, and how to gracefully receive. You now even possess the advanced and the powerful tools to navigate the inevitable and the necessary plateaus on your ever-expanding journey. But what is the final and the most beautiful stage of all? What does it mean to make this new, this abundant, and this magnificent way of life not just a temporary 30-day challenge, but your new, your permanent, and your most effortless normal? How do you graduate from being a student of abundance to becoming a living, a breathing, and a beautiful master of it? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 8. Making abundance your new normal. Imagine a person who is first learning the beautiful and complex art of riding a bicycle. In the beginning, the entire process requires an immense amount of their conscious, deliberate, and often clumsy focus and effort. They have to think about their balance, they have to think about pedaling, they have to think about steering, and they have to think about braking, all at the same time. Their movements are awkward, they wobble, and they may fall down a few times. For a while, the act of riding the bike is something that they have to consciously do, a complex technique that they have to practice with great concentration. But with consistent and with joyful practice, a magical and a profound transformation occurs. One beautiful day, they get on the bike, and they are no longer thinking about the mechanics at all. Their body simply and intuitively knows what to do. The skill has moved from their conscious, their effortful mind into the deep, the automatic, and the effortless realm of their subconscious and their muscle memory. They are no longer doing the act of riding a bike. They have simply and beautifully become a person who is a bike rider. It has become their new, their natural, their joyful, and their permanent normal. This is the ultimate and the most beautiful goal of your entire journey. The final and most profound stage of your transformation is to move beyond doing the practices of manifestation and to simply and effortlessly be an abundant person. The final challenge is to take this new, a conscious, and a powerful way of being and to integrate it so deeply and so completely into the fabric of your life that it becomes your new, your automatic, and your permanent reality. The transformative solution, the final and the most profound chapter of this guide, is to understand that the ultimate goal of your 30-day journey was never just to manifest one particular thing. The 30-day journey was simply the intensive, focused, and powerful training course that was designed to help you to install a brand new and a magnificent operating system of abundance into the very core of your being. Your sacred work now is to make this new and beautiful operating system your default setting. It is about making the mindset, the habits, and the emotional states that you have practiced so diligently over the last month, so deeply ingrained, so familiar, and so natural that they become your new, unconscious normal. When abundance is your normal, you no longer have to try to manifest good things. Your life simply, naturally, and automatically becomes a constant and an effortless reflection of the abundant person that you have now and finally become. The first principle in making abundance your new normal is the beautiful and natural shift from conscious choice to unconscious habit. In the beginning of your journey, Choosing an abundant thought over a scarcity thought required a conscious and a deliberate act of will. Embodying the feelings of your abundant self required a focused and an intentional act of imagination. Now your goal is to make these choices so consistent and so repetitive that they become automatic and unconscious. The single most powerful and effective way to do this is to remain steadfastly and joyfully committed to your 5-minute daily manifest ritual. This simple, a beautiful, and a consistent daily practice is the powerful bridge that carries your new conscious choices from the realm of your conscious mind into the deep, the powerful, and the automatic realm of your subconscious mind. Every single time you perform your beautiful morning ritual, you are casting a powerful and an undeniable vote for your new identity. You are starting your day by consciously and deliberately activating the neural pathways in your brain that are associated with gratitude, with empowerment, and with joyful receiving. With enough loving and consistent repetition, these new and beautiful pathways will become the dominant and the automatic pathways in your brain. The thoughts of abundance will no longer be something that you have to consciously choose. They will be the thoughts that naturally and automatically arise within you. Your simple, 5-minute daily ritual is the single most important and most powerful practice for ensuring that your new, abundant way of being becomes not just a temporary and a fleeting state, but a permanent and a lasting trait of your very character. The second and the most beautiful sign that abundance has become your new normal is the natural and the spontaneous emergence of joyful generosity. The true and the undeniable mark of a person who has deeply and fully integrated an abundance mindset into the very core of their being is that they become a natural, a spontaneous, and a joyful giver. In the beginning of our journey, we may have to consciously practice generosity as a way to overcome our old scarcity programming. But when abundance is your new, normal, and unquestioned reality, generosity is no longer a practice. It is a spontaneous and a beautiful expression of your own deep inner state of overflow. You will find yourself joyfully and easily leaving a larger tip, not as a manifestation technique, but simply because it feels wonderful to do so. You will find yourself freely and happily sharing your knowledge, your time, and your wisdom with others, not because you expect anything in return, but because you know on a deep cellular level that your own source of wisdom and of energy is infinite and is inexhaustible. The practice here is simply to follow the generous impulse. When you feel that warm, that expansive, and that joyful impulse to give, to share, or to contribute in any way, you will honor it without hesitation. This is the ultimate sign that you have fully and completely graduated from the old, the contractive, and the fearful operating system of scarcity, and that you are now living fully, beautifully, and authentically in the new, the expansive, and the magnificent operating system of abundance. You are no longer worried about what you can get from the world. You are joyfully and passionately focused on what you can give to the world. This is the true hallmark of a master. The third and the ultimate principle of this new and beautiful normal is that you begin to live as a walking manifestation. At this final and most beautiful stage of your integration, you will find that you no longer need to focus so intensely on manifesting specific things. Your very being has become a powerful, a consistent, and a high-frequency state of abundance, and your life will begin to effortlessly, to continuously, and to joyfully reflect this truth back to you. You are no longer just a person who is doing manifestation. You have become a walking, a talking, and a living manifestation of abundance itself. Your primary and most joyful focus shifts from getting things to simply and profoundly enjoying your new state of being. You find your true and lasting wealth not just in your healthy bank account, but in the deep and the abiding peace that you feel in your heart, in the beautiful and the authentic love that you share with others, and in the simple, the sacred, and the magnificent moments of your daily life. The external manifestations, the money, the opportunities, the beautiful things will continue to flow to you, but they will come as a beautiful and an almost secondary byproduct of the joyful, the peaceful, and the abundant person that you have now, and finally become. This is the ultimate freedom. It is the end of all of your striving. It is the beginning of a life that is lived in a state of profound and an unshakable trust, of an effortless and a benevolent flow, and of a constant, a joyful, and an often surprising state of grace. You have now completed the entire journey of the Daily Manifest. You have taken a courageous, a powerful, and a profound 30-day voyage that has completely transformed you from the inside out. You have learned how to prepare for your sacred journey, how to clear the old and the limiting mindset of scarcity, how to define your desires with a crystal clear and a powerful clarity, how to embody your magnificent and your abundant self, and how to gracefully and how to joyfully receive the good that is and always has been your divine birthright. More importantly, you now have the simple, the powerful, and the beautiful tools and the deep understanding to make this new, this abundant, and this magnificent reality not just a temporary victory, but your new, your permanent, and your most beautiful and effortless normal. The 30-day journey may be over, but your new, your magnificent, and your ever-expanding abundant life is just beginning. We have come to the end of our 30-day journey together, a powerful and focused plan designed to transform your life from the inside out. You have learned how to clear your old scarcity mindset, how to define your desires with clarity, how to embody your abundant self, and how to master the art of receiving. You now hold the blueprint for not just a single manifestation, but for a whole new way of life. The Daily Manifest is not just a practice to be done, but a person to be. May you take the lessons and the momentum of this journey and use them to build a life that is a magnificent and ever-expanding testament to your own creative power. Thank you for the honor of your time and for your commitment to this 30-day journey. It has been a joy to be your guide. If this masterclass has helped you manifest a more abundant reality, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the Success Attraction Formula channel for more empowering content. We would be thrilled to read about the new realities you are creating in the comments below.